Hey, I wanted to make another video. A lot of the stuff I post up on Facebook as my thoughts, but you know, but then I share it on YouTube. Hopefully, I get a hearing. But anyways, by saying that the law and the gospel distinction is a secondary matter, one is leaving the door open for the idea that one is justified by faith and works, or faith in the law of obedience. The gospel is not a secondary matter, but as Paul says, it is a matter of first importance. For he says, "For I delivered unto you, first of all," or first of importance, "that which I also received, how that Christ died for our sins, according to the Scriptures." 1 Corinthians 15:3. So, by knowing the law and the gospel distinction, believers are better equipped to understand and ground their assurance rightly by what Christ alone did. Again, the elect are justified by faith alone. What is this faith alone if it doesn't distinguish between our sins, which are many, which procures the wrath of God outside of Christ, and the only righteous thing that makes the elect acceptable before God? If the law and the gospel is merely a secondary matter, then Paul would not have said, "Did we receive the Spirit by works of the law, or did we receive the Spirit by the hearing of the word through faith?" If one gets the law and the gospel distinction wrong, they get God's act of justification wrong, and vice versa. They are two, or they those two are intertwined, justification and the distinction between law and gospel. For by faith the elect believe the gospel, and so they are justified freely by his grace. And one other thing, I didn't put this down here. I need to look for it, but one of the things I noticed, like reading Aristotle, he's big on dialectic, he's big on rhetoric, he's big on communication, and it's distinguishing the law from the gospel is like distinguishing parts of speech. It's a logical form. It's logical because God is first logical, so we distinguish between two words, so to speak, in the Bible. The one is the law, which is imperative. It says do and live. The other is the gospel. It's indicative. It gives freely. It tells us what Christ got done on the cross for his people. So by studying logic, it can also help out a lot in distinguishing the two parts of speech in the Bible. So that's it.